Wow, I love it so much more. All right, let's go racing. Final one, folks. 125's final race of the day. Thanks indeed, already comments coming through there, Simo, on the text update. Appreciating that you've got people that aren't necessarily at this event are still following what's going on here at the moment. Our top 12 coming at you with the 94 of Seth Morrow going to Jaden McKenzie, looking out for the 103 Delton Mensa, go to 100 up there. Yeah, that's better from Aidan Hall, looking out 219. And we've got Levi in there, so my apologies, looking out for Corbin in there as well. It's one better, and looking out to a few of the others to take their place in that lineup as well. So there we have it with our top 12 in the feature shot there at the moment on Jaden McKenzie, man to man. This is a young man. He's not been one of our superstars of the sport. That's fair. I'm not trying to downgrade what he's doing, but of recent events, he's just been getting better and better. And to see the maturity in the man at the older age, like. He wasn't the Nico or the Jagman or the Levi, if you get my idea, as an 85cc as a younger rider. He wasn't a superstar, but I tell you what, as he's got older, I don't know if it's wiser, but he's been able to put in some magic motocross. And there's a great example of it. So go Jaden, go Jaden. I love these stories. The underdog coming through. Jaden McKenzie, race fans. He's the man to get out there at the moment. And this, of course, is the last race of the day. The AFC Moto start line is empty. Nobody on the dummy grid. The Robinson Prestige supported class getting ready and getting excited about what we've got in store for this final moto at the moment. So there we go. 717 all the way from Clevedon in South Auckland. The Mr. Motorcycles Blue Crew, Yamalu Fox Racing, C4 Farm supported rider is Jaden McKenzie. Go Jaden. I would love to see you win. That would be such a highlight. Because, in my view, if there's 5 races per class, I want to see 5 different winners, and may the most consistent be the overall to take it in the end. Well, immediately after this race, just a reminder, of course, the track is out of bounds, so please, nobody going out on the track. The machinery will be there. The machinery operators, the last thing they want to be conscious of is some kids are walking around, riding around on their mountain bikes. There's plenty of opportunity to do it away from the track, folks, so please stay well clear of the track as the machinery will go into use. The tractors, I just see here's the water spreader is one of those just arriving. They'll be fueling up, so those boys will be back again. There's more water got to go on as it's still too dry for some serious racing. Of course, those track jumps to be rekindled as well. All right, Cooper Phillips, there we go, 112 for Cooper. Cooper Phillips is up there at the moment, so good work from Cooper. He's got himself into second place. There's your margin showing up, 1.9 to 0.7, here to 1.5, Ollie Gorman. Good for Ollie to be up there. Jack Harrison there, Finn Baker as well, along with Declan Piper. So good on you, Declan. Gave us a good hand to be setting up here yesterday. Man to man, the people that dug in to help the club. As I've just been trying to highlight, you start from a bare bit of land almost, and then you build a track like this all the time. It's an amazing endeavour. You don't turn up and it's all made for us. Flick a switch and we're ready to go racing. Now it's a bunch of volunteers that make a tent city, that align the roads and the infrastructure and put in place the food and the medics and the sign sign on and the helmet checks, as well as start lines, finish lines, updates, and even turbo sound. And shout out to Joseph here today with Ctas and all the work that he had to do. And unfortunately, he got the raw end of it without, unfortunately, getting the scaffold that we wanted, but he'll have that tomorrow, so he'll have a higher profile. For those of you wanting to watch what's going on, we'll have you back on the live loud stream here. Cooper Phillips out there from Otrahong on the pumping, Troy Lee Design, Workshop Graphics, Boyd Motorcycles, Flying W supported, KTM 125. So looking out for Cooper. Can he be a match for those other kids out there, getting a nice bit of cornering speed to get through there? How's his style of bike? Still spending some time. He's got a long way to go on that 125. He's been a late runner in the 125. He was, a little bit shorter than some of the other boys around him, so he stayed back on the 85. Haney got the glory of being number 3 in Australia last year as being number 1 NZ, so he was 1 NZ and 3 in Australia on 85cc racing when his other kids around him were already on a 125, but he spent the time getting that 85 before he really got stronger. So he's probably a season behind those other boys on their 125. So don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to downplay it in any way, but not quite the experience that the other guys have got. And how rough's it looking out there at the moment? Robinson Prestige, 15 to 16 years, 125 racing. And Clevedon's Jaden McKenzie, a race leader ahead of 94. And Seth Murray go to 108 in the hall, along with 112 up there. This time with our hotshot Cooper Phillips, looking out to 103 as well for our man Delton Manson out of Rotorua. Delton, of course, he's already been a champion, believe it or not, did that in 85cc days on the SDM Mechanical Engineering Patterson O'Connor Motorcycles, aboarded KTM SX 125, so good work from Delton up there. And then we're looking out for the 219, of course, for Ollie Corbin out of Danny Vegas on the Crown Kiwi CSL, JW Seats, Flying W Race Suspension, TSS Motorcycles, Hermanson Contracting. Shout out Hermie and the crew up there in Southern Hawke's Bay. A good bunch of guys. And into Nutrition Systems. Proud to be behind Ollie's racing performance. So just some of the hot kids rocking out here at the moment in our junior race. Last race of the day. So what we've had, by the way, folks, is a program that we know the order of the racing, but we actually did not set what was going to be the last race of the day, as we're based it on time. We wanted to go through and do as much racing as possible before the track team need to be on. And as it's turned out, we've actually gotten some more racing than we had expected, and it's to the excellence of the Manawatu Club and their superb organisation. So we've actually got 5 of the 9 races completed out of round number 2, which was scheduled to run tomorrow morning. So puts us, as they say, ahead of the 8 ball. All right, looking out, Max Pagan, Aston Scott, Jack Thompson, just some of the others in our field. But I tell you what, all eyes at the moment on this masterful ride. Holy Toledo. How's he going to do it? Jaden McKenzie, keeper's cool, man, oh man. I would hate him to lose it from here. This is a magic bit of motocross. And as we go back, of course, to our update, looking out for that ride, he is in second place. So just to point out, it's now second, but still a very good performance. Seth, we've already talked to them once today, but could this be the Jaden McKenzie performance for that second? So Seth Morrow first, Jaden McKenzie second. If you actually have a look at these guys and their riding and their performances, if mums or dads are keeping an eye on it, do have a look at the sheets and find out what was the good times. And some of these kids may have been found put in their best and most consistent times earlier in the day, and as we've gone later in the day, they have struggled to match those performances earlier motos. So they will need an extra rest tonight, a little bit more energy and nourishment, and maybe to be ready to fight another 2 magnificent days. So by the time we end up on Sunday, I tell you what, the winners of races on Sunday are going to be your true champions, undeniable. Why? Because they have had to dig deep and give more over 3 days. And when you've got super kids like Mason Escalas and also, of course, Levi Townley, and what about Nico Verhoeven? Just 3 of the kids that are doing double classing as well, which means they're not just doing 5 races over the championship, they're doing 10 plus the practice qualifiers for each. That makes 12, and that each day, both tomorrow and then on Sunday, they'll do 2 more practices. That's another 4 events I'll be doing. So add to that 14 events. So it's going to be mega and mighty. Well, I really think from the weather point of view, we've probably passed the peak of the day well and truly. It's cooled off a little bit, plus the fact that the wind just has not gone away for 48 hours, and it is scheduled to drop away. It will actually be a little bit colder, believe it or not, tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to be as blustery as this. But anyway, we'll let the weather be the weather, and we'll get on with the racing. There we are, 94 to Seth Morrow to 717, and Jaden McKenzie, along with 100 now, and Aidan Hall. So that'll take us with our field 15 to 16, 1 to 5. So the flying 100 for Aidan out of Whakatane for Patterson O'Connor Motorcycles, along with Stuck Gloves, Brady Motorsport, Chaseworks Suspension, MXD Custom Graphics, 60-40 Milking, and Drain Tech as well. Some cool people behind a cool young rider. Go Aidan Hall. Good work from that young Whakatane man. Well, counting it down at the moment, just under 3 minutes of race time before we then have the last lap to run. So first part we count down as the time. So what it means when you do racing by time is, and here's a good example, is the day has gone on and maybe these riders are going slower. They're actually at the end of the day, potentially this race may be 1 lap less than the early race. Not saying that it is, but that's the potential, because when you've got riders that then, they might have been doing 2:15s before, and now they're doing 2:20s. It could just mean that they, at the point when they come around to end their 14 minutes of racing, could actually be it means that the race, as I say, could be 1 lap. Could be. Not sure whether that's the case, but just the scenario when you base it on time. Well, touch wood, not aware of any major dramas today for a rider point of view, so well done to all concerned, making it safe, fun and fair at our 3 considerations. And certainly, motocross might be tough, it might be rough, but you can also make it that it is safe, and certainly that has been a true scenario of what we've had here today to witness. So well done to the club. Looking out now for our 94, here he is, the superstar, the man formerly from Invercargill, now out of Silverdale, north of Auckland. This is the Seth Morrow Show, coming to rock another good motocross venue. The Auckland on there, CML Gas, Bear Unique, along with Guts Racing, O'Neill former, Blur Optics, along with Max's Tyres, Motorex Oils, HJS Exhaust, and certainly that'll be on his bike, for example, because they are specialist 2-stroke exhaust systems, along with Ojo, ODI, Vortex, along with Hydroflow, New Zealand Bale, and Tristan European, quality sponsors behind a quality rider. The CML star there on the Gas MC125 is the model for the impressive Spanish brand. Used to be just a manufacturer of Moto Trials and Enduro bikes, but of course under their rebranding and support from KTM, they've turned out to be a high-class, world-class motocross manufacturer. Oh, look at the roughness of the track down the back there, where we can see those riders going for it now. And then that little kicker, and there's a good example of the kicker on the inside. There's a massive pitfall at the back of that one, and you can watch the rider almost bob in through that and come back up out the other side, because every time the bike does that, of course, you just, to get over that little jump, you're just going to blip that throttle, and in so doing, it makes that little groove dug bigger, and it then becomes a bigger rut and a bigger hole at the end of it. On to the magic of motocross as we're going here at the moment, looking out to Seth, Jaden, Aidan and Cooper. They're your top 4 at this stage, so looking good for these guys. Now, yes, in fact, it comes up as 2 laps to go, so there's your mark. Best time by Seth of a 2:03 today, a 2:03. That is a spectacular time to be late in the day, so he's got the strength, he's got the energy, showing us his class. So 2:03 for the man out there on the gas. Look for his number 94, coming up with 2 laps to go. Number 11, one of the bikes that we were talking about before, with Jaden Bryant out of Napier on that Bay 4x4 Hawke's Bay Gas MC125. So good on you, Jaden. He's another one feeling the pace, as he was clearing the big tabletop before, but now just finds it a softer landing. All right, there we are, white flag. Thanks, clear. It's out there at the moment. Can see it loud and clear. Loud and clear. Got you clear. Thank you. All right, as we see the update given to the number 94. Watch him to go. Here he goes, 94. He's gone from the big doubles here. He's down towards the hole shot corner. Rounds the corner, and he'll make the run back home again. All the lifting bar going out to do some good work there on the start straight. So the boys already started on their track maintenance. Of course, you can do it on the start. Nobody's on the start. It's not part of the track itself. So the machinery's already out there and starting to make a hit on the track for those boys. So well done indeed. Oh, coming in late in that moto, it's certainly a charge on there that we'll be keen to watch. Looking for the 94, weaves his way in and out. He's on that final stretch at the moment, so keen to go. The Seth Morrow show, Seth, Jaden, Aiden, Cooper, Delton, Ollie, Declan, Finn, Harrison and Max. They're your top 10 to wrap it out. And with that white flag there at the moment, we're keen to look for the update. And our checkered flag. All those guys to see the white will know what they've got with one left. Look at the trio. There's that example, for example, those last guys round past the white flag. Look at this at the moment. It is well bore 3 on here for sure. Nobody wants to give an inch. Here's the bike fighting going on. Is that 3 KTMs, 3 orange bikes? I can certainly see there's 2 of them. No, it's the red one. I think it might be a gas in there in that third of those battles. There they go. 1, 2, 3. And putting all those good battles on. Great to watch. I think that last one to go past there was a number like 226. Yeah, I think it was. It's Max Pagan out of Invercargill. So good on you, Max, on that 547 Moto Development, Jack's Refrigeration, Moto Works Winton, Unforeseen Decals, Doug's Engineering, KS Motorcycles, and TDX Limited. So Max Pagan from Invercargill. Good on you, Max. Landed on the line there. All right, there we go. Checkered flag going all the way. So there's your win. Looking for those top 4 boys who come through. Yes, indeed. Seth, Jaden, Aiden, Cooper, and Delton. So all those guys looking hard and going for it at the moment. So very good group in there. Delton Manson have joined the elite, of course, as we highlighted before, a former 85cc champion, and looking to try and do it again as 125. But I tell you what, Seth Morrow making the break on him. So looking good and looking all the class as well. Please, just want to repeat that reminder, the track is closed, the track is out of bounds. Parents, please ensure that kids don't go on the track. The machinery is coming out. They've got a lot of work those boys have got to do to maintain the track and have it ready for us all. Have another awesome day tomorrow. Please stay off the track.